Is it time to downsize? Good afternoon. So, difficult discussion today on whether or when or how one goes about downsizing as a senior citizen. So, wanted to take a look at it. Have to deal with that a lot when I'm listing homes for sale, and we should just we should just get into it. So, I saw an article that kind of got me going, and I wanted to get into it. We'll just start on it. These are some things you can do um, to kind of, it says, to help a senior, that can use to embrace a lighter and better future when moving. It says, know the hurdles you face. Remember that for senior citizens thinking of moving, letting go isn't just about sorting through physical stuff, but also psychological freight. Sorting through a household makes us face the passage of time, where we've been, where we are in life, successes and regrets, our mortality. Gently remind them that living in the past robs you of the present, and that nature shows us everywhere that to grow, living things must be shed. I don't know about that. It doesn't seem very positive at all. Maybe I butchered it. I don't know. It says reframe the move. They're not downsizing, they're right sizing. That reframing is not only true, but it also removes the idea that moving to a smaller house and living with less is somehow a demotion. It's not. Well, I don't like to do wordplay. But what I would say is, look, when you have less stuff and when you have, a house that makes more sense to you, that's a good thing. And as far as reframing it, you're not going to trick a senior citizen, not a sharp one. They know what's going on. It says highlight the pluses. Not to put too big a bow on this because shedding is hard, but one reason why so many retirees can't let go and move forward is because they can't see what's ahead. Help them picture what their new life will look like and visualize the upside of right sizing. There's that word again. Point out how much better their quality of life will be when they have to take care for no more house than they need and have less yard to maintain. I don't know about that. A lot of seniors I know just get the yard cut from the guy. He comes every 2 weeks. The move could free up capital so they can enjoy life more. For those who want to travel, it will be much easier to lock up and go. And when they've done the hard work of purging and cleaning the house, they will be giving their heirs an enormous gift. Point out the practical. Decluttered homes show and sell better, period. Potential sellers flat out say, we're going to need to move some things or put them somewhere else because we want the house to feel bigger. It's hard to argue with that. Then it says, let go in stages. Suggest that before the sellers list their house, they purge what they can, then box up what they're not using, extra linens, dishes, clothing, books. That will make cabinets and closets look spacious and help buyers see the house, not the stuff. Move those boxed items neatly into the garage or in a temporary rented pod. Once the house sells, they can revisit these items. After having lived with less, they may realize they don't need these items at all. I don't want to set an example, so if I become a senior, that I should show other people how to be seniors, but I don't want to do that. So I have some thoughts. I have some, I don't know, I wouldn't say questions today, but we'll go over it. So, like, as a real estate agent, I've had to list houses of people who have passed or people that are downsizing. And it's an interesting thing. Number one, if they're downsizing, they typically have great credit and they typically will pay in cash, which makes them a very attractive buyer in the marketplace. So that's a good thing. But some of the things that I've seen in a question that I had, I guess I do have questions. It's, how do you know when it's the right time to move? And is there an optimal time to move? And so I think that's a tough question, but I think it comes down to your ability to move. Like, physically, can you move? That is, do you want to wait until someone makes the choice for you, or do you want to make the decision to move and downsize on your own? I've seen so many seniors hold on for much longer than they should have physically, and then the decisions are made for them. So, like, if you're stuck in your bed, if you're bedridden, that's not a good time to make a decision to move. Like, you probably should have moved earlier. Now that's a luxury. We don't always get that choice, but I'm definitely in the camp that, like, hey, we're going to make a conscious decision to downsize and get rid of some of this stuff. So, from a real estate perspective, if you've never updated your house in the past 40 years, it may be a wonderful home, but today's buyers are likely going to value your home less than what you do. Shag carpeting is out, brass fixtures are out, wallpaper in every room is out. Fewer people are interested in curtains or drapery. When you go to a house and it's severely dated, there's that light blue colored floor carpet or that green colored carpet. There's brass everywhere. You kind of start, I mean, real estate agents can pick this stuff out pretty quickly. But let's say you paid $100,000 for your house 40 years ago, and as long as it's in good shape, you're easily going to get your money back and more. Don't worry about selling your home. So it's okay. Like, don't worry that it's not updated. It's going to be fine. That being said, be careful with who you trust to work with the sale of your home. You might think that only an investor would buy your home, so you go there first. That's probably not the best way to get the most money for your house. A trusted realtor is most likely your best bet in advising you what would be the best combination of selling terms. You know, a lot of people make this odd mistake where they feel like since only an investor is going to buy the house, they should immediately go to investors first. Well, an investor needs to make a good amount of money on the deal to make it worthwhile, and they're going to take that out of your back pocket. Whereas as a real estate agent, if I'm representing you, I'm looking out for your best interest. So if your house is in need of repair, in need of updating, we will price your home in a spot where we can still get a good price, and we'll get some market exposure for it. And what market exposure does, it allows other people to have the chance to bid on it. So you can have 5 or 10 investors or 20 or 30 investors come and take a look versus just one. The minute that you get the negotiation down to one person, that's where you're going to run into trouble. So be careful. When you do decide to downsize, do you have any idea about what you might prefer in your next home? Everything on the first floor, not too many steps. These things can go a long way in helping you stay in your home longer. You need to have an idea about what is available to you and at what cost. So, there are homes that are out there that are perfect for seniors. Smaller homes, less upkeep, fewer stairs. You just have to know what's out there, and then how much that's going to cost. But have some idea. Don't get forced into a decision that you have to move right away. Give yourself some time. And then, what about all your stuff? I think that's the biggest issue. All those accumulated memories over the years will be of great value to you. Unfortunately, a lot of that stuff isn't going to have a lot of value to others. Collectibles that may have once been worth a lot, that market changes. Clothes very seldom ever bring the money that they were purchased for. Even things like power tools may be close to obsolete. So what should you do? Well, I recommend having a estate sale company come and take a look and give you an honest opinion about whether you should try to have a sale or just donate the things you can and pitch the things that don't have any value. Most of those folks that I know are decent people, and they're, if it's worth having a sale, they'll do it. And if it's not, they'll tell you straight up, this isn't worth our time, and it's not worth your time. Just pitch it. Now, that can be hard. I understand you've got years into this stuff, but when you let this stuff go, it's going to be freeing for you. Realize that this is going to be emotional, not only for you, but your entire family. Downsizing signals that you're making changes in your life for the better. But it's still a change, and change can be difficult. So that's what I have for you. That's where I'm at. If it's time to go, it's time to go. If you can make the decision yourself, it's better than having someone else make it for you. Embrace change. It's not going to be easy, but there will be like a freeing effect when you get rid of so much stuff. So, yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I'll catch you on the next one.